Recently, there was a lot of maintenance work carried out by the electricity company in our area for several days, which resulted in many power outages that lasted 4 hours or more. Although we have an inverter power backup system in place for this kind of scenarios, but running too many devices simultaneously drains out the batteries pretty fast. So to preserve the battery power and to increase the backup duration, the idea of a power outage sensor came to my mind. If by some means we could notify our home automation system about the power outage, it can very well and timely manage this event by automatically turning off the unnecessary devices and in turn can save a lot of battery power. So in today's video we will learn how to build a DIY version of power outage sensor for Home Assistant and use it to trigger certain automations to turn off some of the appliances to save the power. So let's get started. As you all know, I prefer to use Sonoff Basic switches flashed with Tasmota firmware for all my home automation setup. It has everything on board in a compact casing that is required to build a smart home project. So even today we will use a Tasmotized Sonoff Basic switch to build our DIY power outage sensor. The task is to control the state of our Sonoff switch with the mains power. So how to achieve that? To do that, we will configure an extra GPIO pin on the Sonoff to act as a switch. For those who don't know the difference between a button and a switch, a button is a momentary or non-latching switch that returns to its default position automatically when released, while a switch, when activated, remains in that state until activated again. So first, we will configure an extra GPIO pin as a switch. After configuring the extra GPIO pin as a switch in Tasmota, we can change its state by connecting that GPIO pin to ground or VCC line. But as we want this switch to be controlled by the mains electricity power, for that we use an old mobile phone charger and connect it to the AC mains line. Once connected, it will provide DC 5V at its output lines. We will then use this 5V power to activate our GPIO switch on the Sonoff board. But there is a problem. As per the datasheet of ESP chip, it can operate between a voltage of 2.7V to 3.6V only. So if we connect 5V to it, we may end up frying the ESP chip. So to resolve this issue, we first need to convert the 5V DC output from the mobile charger to 3V DC. For that, you can either use a 3.3V voltage regulator or you can create a voltage divider network using two resistors. I don't have a 3.3V regulator with me right now, so I decided to use a voltage divider instead. Take two resistors, one of 2.2 kilo ohms and another of 3.3 kilo ohms, and connect them in series as shown here. Connect the 5V from the mobile charger to both the ends. Connect ground to 3.3 kilo ohm resistor and plus 5V to 2.2 kilo ohm resistor. Now if you check the voltage across the 3.3 kilo ohm resistor, you will get around 3V, which is within the permissible range to use with ESP chip. So I have connected the same resistor network to this USB cable to get 3V output from it. Now our basic raw material is ready. Let's make the connections. Sonoff pin header has 4 pins, 3.3V, RX, TX and ground. For our project, we will use 2 pins from this header, 3.3V and RX pin, which is actually GPIO 3 pin. Connect plus 3 volt wire of our modified USB cable to 3.3 volt on Sonoff and connect the ground wire of the USB cable to GPIO 3. Make sure to power the Sonoff board from a backup line while connect the mobile charger to a non-backup line, so that when a power cut occurs, our Sonoff board still gets the power while the mobile charger won't get any power. In this way, our GPIO 3 pin, which is connected to ground line of the mobile charger, goes high with internal pull-up, and that will toggle our Sonoff switch state. Similarly, when the power resumes, GPIO 3 will again goes low, toggling the switch state again. So this way, every time the power outage happens, Home Assistant will detect it by tracking the switch state of this Sonoff switch. And this is what we want. Let us now move on to configure this Tesmota switch. Enter the IP address of your switch to open its Tesmota home page. Click Configuration, Configure Module. In this page, set GPIO 3 as a switch. Now hit Save and let Sonoff restart. In Tesmota, by default, a switch toggles the corresponding relay state. Every time the switch gets flipped, the power state of the relay toggles. But this toggle state may sometimes report incorrect state of the mains power line. We need to change the switch mode to 1 so that it should only turn on the relay state during a power outage, irrespective of the previous relay state, and turn it off once the power resumes. To change switch mode, go to console and type switch mode space 1 and press enter. Now, to use the switch in Home Assistant, you first need to configure its MQTT settings. Click Configuration and configure MQTT. Enter your MQTT host IP, username, password, and a topic name for this sensor switch. Hit Save and let the module restart. Name your sensor by clicking Configure Others. And finally, go to console and expose this switch to Home Assistant by typing set option 19 space 1. Let's now move on to Home Assistant. Our sensor switch is now visible in Home Assistant. If you want to show the mains power sensor in Home Assistant front end, then we first need to derive an actual sensor value from the switch state. For that, in Home Assistant configuration.yaml file, under Sensors, create a new sensor as shown. Save the file and restart Home Assistant. Remember one thing, whenever you make changes in Home Assistant, don't forget to check configuration before initiating a restart. After restart, you will now have a sensor for mains power to display on the front end or to even create automations. Let's create an automation for this sensor and test it. Hope you have got the idea and can create your own automations based on this sensor state. If you have any query or suggestion, do comment below. If you like the content of this channel, please consider subscribing this channel because still a lot of fresh ideas around Sonoff and home automation stuff are on my to-do list. So do subscribe if you haven't. And also don't forget to press the bell icon so that you never miss any upcoming video. Stay connected and we will meet in another exciting video soon. Until then, goodbye.